Here we go, a little bit of Vernon advice, take it or leave it, or bollocks to you if you don't like it. If this happens to you, this was extremely tight to get in. But as you came in, it's on blind side to come in, but just look at this. Don't go ragging away. Sort it out and get out and have a look. It would be quite easy to pull straight down here now, and I'm going to bottom out down there. You see that? There is solutions. Obviously everybody else comes in and out and gets in and out. You're going to wreck the bottom of that if you just rag it in. It will go in because they bend quite nicely, but you will break it and you will cause problems. So what we do is we pull forward, we move the axles forward, and then it should do it all right. That's all you have to do. Also, remember when I come out of here, you're going to be heavy. Make sure that your suspension is all lifted up before you actually pull out, otherwise you're going to ground out again doing that. You know what I mean? It's just little things, just watch those little things. You don't want to be wrecking the trailer and causing splinters and having to put it together with bodge tape. There's nothing more embarrassing than that, is there? Get out and have a look. This is, oh, that's interesting parking. Cock. This is very wild west town, is this? Just north of thingy of LA, just before you hit the Grapevine, going up over the top of the mountain, right at the bottom. Lots of restaurants, Mexican restaurants, very Mexican feel about it. Lots of trucks, reminds me a lot of Lark and Kira. Very similar. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, let's speak some more about it. Oh, AOP pugs is it on, isn't he? Yeah, the reason, get out, don't crunch your spoilers or anything like that, and think about it. If you get out and it's getting close to hitting something or something like that, like the spoiler's going to drag down or something like that on your trailer or your truck or whatever, don't risk damaging things. If you've got in there, you must be able to get out of it. That's my theory, without damaging things. So stop before you go too far, basically. Have a look, see, and weigh the situation up. One of the places I've been before, down in, where was it, Texas, we used to deliver. No, it's down here, actually. A load of potatoes we do. I haven't done them this year, but we used to do quite a few of those. That was, I couldn't get onto the scale there. Not with my old trailer. I can with this one, because the thing of the skirt's further up. On the old one I couldn't. I used to have to put some blocks of wood down to lift the truck over just to get me that little bit in. That's all it takes. All you have to do is look about, find a bit of timber, something like that. There's always something you can do. If not, their shunter would put it on, but I found just chuck a bits of wood under, they're usually lying about somewhere, and jobs are good. Anyway, I managed to bounce through the scale. I haven't weighed, so I'm going to go over the scale. They've put it all on. It's only 36,000. But my worry is it's right up at the front, so I can do like 44,500. I've pulled my axles, trailer axles, right to the front, and hopefully I'm going to be all right. Luckily I managed to wang through the scales without them weighing, which is a bit annoying because the scale's only 2 miles from here, and I couldn't find another scale where it was not going off route and all shit like that. Just wait there a minute. This is where they don't understand a word I say. Oh, they're not going to speak to me? Am I on the scale? Yeah. Hello? Let's try that one. It's toasty here. Nope. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm not weighing today. Today's a weighing. Anyway, I've just nipped down after waiting about for the truck the other night, and we didn't get it out of there till late. We went home in the end. I think it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time I managed to get the thing, which was a bit annoying, you know, but it is what it is. Like a dumbass.
First way or reweigh?
First way.
Truck number?
39.
Alright, go ahead and pull up and come on in, thank you.
Thank you. What a lovely jolly lady. Yeah, I said to the boss, because I was panicking about, he asked me as a favour to do this load. As you all know, I don't like coming down to LA much. Miraloma's alright because it's the east side and I don't actually I don't actually have to go into LA, and I've loaded top side of LA and it's Friday and I've got out. But yeah, going back to that, I rang him up about 8 o'clock and I said my truck's not going to be ready till later. What have you got? Have you got like a ton? I said, have you still got the lease truck? And he said, yeah, it's here. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, so that was an option. Just come up and get it, he says. Come and get the lease truck. I'm like, oh God, what did I say? Why would I say that kind of thing? But I sort of sacrificed myself. Is there a space? Oh, yeah, there is. But I hung about and I went and saw the mechanic. Really good, actually, Freightliner. I know it's a little bit more spendy to take it in Freightliner. I forget how much they exactly charge. But yeah, have a look at that because you can't see anything. It's all dark in here. Yeah, a little bit more spendy in some of the garages, but they're, you know, they're not silly out of order spendy, if you know what I mean. If that makes any sense. And they make a cracking job. They really do, you know. I'll show you in a minute. Let me get beeped into here, reversed into here. Got to remember, I've got my axles really far back, so that puts a hell of a lot of overhang at the back when you're reversing. Just remember that if you've got your axles far forward, it does make the overhang a lot. Obviously a lot swingier, doesn't it? And with them in just twin axles, they're not, I'm not just trying to make things up here, but they are more difficult to reverse than the tri-axle of England and the shorter trailers, definitely. Them shorter ones in England and the tri-axles, they just turn so easy on super singles and stuff like that. They're lovely, you can put them anywhere. But these, especially with a bit of movement going on, with the axle movements and stuff like that, seems really difficult. I'm just trying to talk myself out of it. Ah, yeah. I'll just put this on here, and I'll show you what went on. Fucking hell, it's toast. It's 33 degrees, man. I'm gonna hide out here for the winter. Then come up. Yeah, so coming down here to LA is just basically, it's like running from England to Alicante. It's 1,250 miles from home. Boss went and loaded it. Uncle Jake, one of the uncles, went and came down to Cedro, picked my trailer up, went and loaded it at the farm, and brought it back to Cedro for me, you know. So it was to do a favour. You can't go wrong at that. It really is easy when they do that for me. Saves me loading, dropped it at home, and I just grabbed my truck. I did wait on for it, but it was, like I say, at the back of my mind I was thinking, oh God, there's that lease truck, I can always take that and stuff like that, because I did pull this out of Freightliner without them finishing all the parts. But like I say, the mechanic was really good. He took me through into the back of the garage and he showed me what he'd done, and I've decided now I'm gonna, if it's all right with the boss obviously, when I get back, there's a couple of other things that need doing. There is a bit of a water leak and there's a bit of a oil leak, but I've known that oil leak's been there for a while. It isn't really using any, but it is there, you know. It needs sorting out. The power washed everything unbelievable. Nobody's ever power washed it this much, and I've got a diesel leak up there as well and stuff. But not just that, like I say, I know they're going to set charges for it and stuff like that, but I'm just sick and tired of going into utility and being fucked off with them for the amount of time. And it is costing our company as well in utility with me going backwards and forwards in there. Costing time, money off the road, all that shit. So, look what they did. They've tidied all this up. They put heat wrap at the back of there. He said, be careful with them tie wraps, that's all they had quickly. I will do some tin wraps when you come back in, and I'm going to bolt it back here. utility should have done this shit from the beginning. He says it is still leaking, we need to sort that out, just keep your eye on the water, because I took it out, the T-joint up there, without them finishing off because I needed the truck back. Or it was take the bloody lease vehicle, wasn't it? Alex Bedensky, it wasn't happening. So, you know, I'm gonna, when I go back, I'm gonna get them to finish everything off and sort all the stuff out on it. And, you know, hopefully, then that will be it. And I won't have to go back into utility again. Because, honestly, I'm just fucking done. And I have said to the rep there, I've tried to be nice, I've tried my fucking best, you know, to be patient with them and things like that, and you know, but after 32 fucking times of going backwards and forwards, something's slightly wrong in it. You know, I aren't making this shit up either. It's not as though I've made it up or done anything wrong, I've just used the thing as it is. And I did accuse him of having incompetent mechanics and incompetent work, basically. And he said to me, no, we haven't, 32 fucking times, come on, you know what I'm saying? Something's not right, is it? To have to go back in 32 times. And that wasn't just 32 days they had it, over the 2-year period of this has been going backwards and forwards. This is, I don't know, in total, the days, it must be nearly 2 months, it must be 60 fucking days plus. Because it wasn't just 1 day in and out each time, it was 4 days a week and fucking shit. So, hopefully, they're going to get it all sorted out, well loaded. I'm going to go check my scale and see where we are on that. I'll nip home. Like I say, it's only a little week trip down here. It's straight in and out, basically. And I'll be home for Monday afternoon. So I ain't gonna log this one or anything like that. I'm just gonna tell you about what I'm doing down here and then straight up, because you've seen it all down before. California, it's all pretty the same. And then hopefully next week I'll be heading over to Florida. Happy days, catch you all later, guys. This is coming up over the grapes. Oops, that one. I remember the first time I came down here. Steph brought me on a road trip a few years ago now, about 5 years ago. And we were going all round, and she was taking me to all the sites and stuff like that. I'll never forget, I said to her, I want to go to LA, I want to go to LA, I really want to go into LA. And she was saying, no, not going to LA, I'll go anywhere else, I'll take you, but not LA. What's fucking wrong with LA? No, don't like LA. And after being into the city and stuff like that, I can quite understand why. It's not got a great lot going on in the city. I know I keep dissing it all the time, but I remember I was absolutely blown away by these mountains, thinking, oh my giddy aunt, these are something else. These are some super cool mountains, these. Really are pretty. And what with the weather, I was just talking to the girl there at the scale place at the truck stop, and I was saying, does it get winter down the bottom here? She said, no, she said, no. She says, I don't even have a jacket. I was like, laughing. Doesn't even have a jacket. I said, do you dress up in winter clothes? She goes, no. She said, I went to Oregon once and came quickly back. She said, it was terrible. So it was horrible, it was so cold. She didn't like that cold. Each to their own, I suppose. Oh, she's nice. We've got 28. It's just right. It does get very bad over here, though, over the top of the hill. And this is, you know, she's only down the bottom of the hill, basically. Only 10 mile away. But here gets cut off regular. Well, not regular. Probably 2 or 3 times, maybe in the winter. The road will get shut down with snow. Just that little wee bit of elevation. And shut down. It comes down that quickly and hard. You know, the plows can't keep up with it. Check that out. That's Big Windy Lake, that's called. No, it's not, that's what I called it. I don't know what it's called. Big Pretty Lake. Island Lake. Double Island Lake. You can get down there, I've walked down there before. There's the information centre. Worth going up there because it tells you all about the dam and all that malarkey and stuff, so it's worth a little look. if you're coming down here to there's a theme park a little bit further on, which you don't have to go into LA to get to, which is quite a good theme park. 7 something or others, I think, not for 7th. What the hell's it called? I forget the name of it now. Thingy one. Big roller coaster. I'll know after I finish filming. Anyway, it's just off the I-5. Steph will probably put it in a caption if she's watching them. And that's not a bad one, because you won't have to go into LA and you miss that. It's straight off the freeway. Happy days. Get to do theme parks and do plenty of roller coasters if you're coming down here. Nice and sweet. There's more of the view of Big Lake with double island reservoir, not lake. So we get up over the top and you've got big old track going down, about 6 miles down or something like that, which isn't too bad for the trusty Freightliner with the intarder on it. Another thing I will praise, you know, like I praised about Freightliner. I don't know whether because I've been going in there quite a while now. We've got. Oh, we're stopping. What the fuck are we stopping for? And you know, you get to know everybody and have the crack and stuff like that. But it's little things like there's a checklist I found in the cab. Seat covers taken off, carpets covered. All these things were ticked, you know what I mean? So yeah, steering wheel clean, all that shit. You don't get a grufted steering wheel, and you know, they use proper seat covers, mats and things like that. Whereas in quite a few other places, you'll jump in and it'll be like a shit pit where said grease monkey has had to go into every fucking cupboard in your truck. You know the score. I think it used to happen more in the old days, in the good old days, as they say. Where your local mechanic, grease monkey then, non-fitter, it was just a mechanic then, when your truck was in for service in the garage, in the yard, you'd get back on after a weekend or something like that to take your truck out, and no word of a lie, there would be grease spots all over that truck. And for some reason it is unexplainable. All mechanics back in the day, this is the late 80s, 90s, they had to go under your bunk of your truck or in the cubbyhole right at the back. There's nothing to mend in there, nothing to see, but no, they would have to do that. I think it was something to do with looking for magazines about Escorts or Fiestas or something like that. I think that was more to do with it. Ask the old drivers, they'll know all that score. They'll be nodding away. Oh, yeah. Get in there, be an oil slick across your steering wheel of that. Fucking things. But now they're qualified fitters, yeah, you don't get that so much. My art-dissing fitters do a grand job. In that pretty mountains though. So I've only got 928 miles to go. It's well south of Seattle, so I'm not delivering until 3 o'clock Monday morning. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the reviews aren't too good, but the reviews I was looking at where I'm delivering were from like 4 months back, 5 months. I'm hoping they've maybe picked up a little bit. I might get it off early, I'm hoping. We've had a fender bender. If I can get it off early, I'll miss Seattle traffic and I'll be home for breakfast Monday morning. Which, you know, it isn't a bad job really, just doing this Floridas and these, I don't even know where I am, Californias and back. It's 2,500 mile round trip, just a little bit over, 2006. That's from my house, not from up at Sumas. So if I was going to Sumas, I'd get an extra 100, 150 miles or something like that in. You know, so that pays me a decent wage. Not massive, but I'd be happy with it. It'd be giving me like $12.50, maybe 13 a week, with 2 days off. But you can't guarantee you're going to get 2 days off every time they do. As transport, we all know it doesn't run clockwork, does it? It's ups and downs and waiting and shit like that. Who knows what's round the corner? It's a mystery. So it's only 3:30 now. November the summer or other. Steve, November the 5th. 5th, oh, bonfire night. There you go in England. Happy bonfire night. That fucking Guy Fawkes should have tried harder, shouldn't he? cock. One job he had to do and fucked it up. Really, there you go. And he got famous for it. He failed miserably. But there you go. That's another story, isn't it? Hungary Valley, Smoky Bear Road. I love the names. I wonder how that came about. Do you think there was a bear on fire? Oh, we'll call this Smoky Bear. Or it was a policeman that used to hang out on here. This is where Lyle Wallace used to do his stuff. Severe drought, yeah? Severe drought. No shit. You build your farms in deserts. Moving on. Here's another thing I want to add quickly, why I remember. The only thing about California is the fuel price is $1 more expensive than Oregon, or the majority of the states at the moment. It's always been high on fuel prices and stuff like that. It's a lot of taxes and shit. So, work with the company. If it's your own truck, obviously you've got to help yourself out. Don't go banging for 225 fucking litres in when you're down here. I see people putting pictures up of fuel prices in different states of ridiculous prices, and they take a photo of the price of the fuel and how many litres they're putting, and it's like, what the fuck? Why would you max out your fuel when it's that expensive? Use a bit of savvy, only put enough in to get you out the state. Simple, you know. Remember, we're all in the cog together, we're all on that wheel, we all play a part. So don't think, oh, fuck them, I'm going to fill up here and stuff like this. It all adds to how much profit the companies make and stuff like that to reflect on your wages. So help the company to help yourself, sort of thing, you know what I mean? If we don't, it don't work. I hear a lot of this, especially in England. Well, I do over here as well, actually. A lot of this aggression towards companies, bosses and things like that, and I think, what the fuck, you know? What's it all about? Maybe I've been lucky and never worked for a bad company, really. But if I did, I wouldn't, if that makes any sense. If I did work for a bad company, I wouldn't work for a bad company, because I'd move on. I couldn't imagine being in a relationship with a company where you are trying to get one over on them all the time, like a lot of people do and stuff, and I think this is fucking ridiculous. It really is. Just move on to find a company that's better. There's plenty of jobs out there. So I'm saying, I fueled up in Oregon before I came down, but the thing is, it's, how much is it? It's about 1,300 to get me down to LA and back out again, 13, 14. And with the mountains, I can usually get 12, 13, but there's quite some harsh mountains. This one's putting my fuel rate down. I'm down at 6.9. Before I hit these mountains coming down the flat, I was at 7.3. As soon as I started hitting these, it dropped down to 7s and shit like that, and just below. Then I managed to come up again to 7.1. Now I'm hitting the mountains again, it's down at 6.9. So I aren't going to make it back over the state line without having to put some fuel in. Like I say, just put a bit in, don't fucking try and use a bit of savvy. So I'll just put probably 50 gallon in or something like that. I'll see how far I get on the 300 that I've got left. Because of this mountain, then I'm on the flat for quite a long time, and then it's a long old mountain range getting me out of California, Northern California, to get me into Oregon and stuff like that. Beautiful mountain range, don't get me wrong, but it pays havoc with the fuel thing, that's for sure. But the prices reflect down here at the moment. The haulage rate is right up there. And still, if I can manage to pull it back and it's getting 7.3, you know, I've just got to start looking at shit like this. If I'm getting my own, you really have even more so. I do try and help out with the being a company driver as well, but good God, he's got some tacky lights going on there, hasn't he? Fucking hell, where's he been? Walmart? I hate fucking tacky lights. There's a fine line, I think, to too many extra lights, and then, oh God, no. Each their own. He's happy with it, obviously. Yep, he's got them LED headlights as well that no fucker else can see and blinds everybody. Point to the sky. I'm sure half of them guys put him in upside down. Moving on swiftly and over the mountain. Hey guys, so here I am in California, in the north part, north of Sacramento, heading up, and here is Chris. Hi Chris. How you doing? Chris is and his wife are in the car park here. They've made some tacos and stuff, and they're handing them all out for drivers, for appreciation. Isn't that great of Chris? Thank you very much, Chris, much appreciated. What a great guy. Hey, isn't that cool? Love him. Qubits! For the rest of the day. It's only lunchtime, 1:30, sorry. On Sunday, I don't tip till 3 o'clock in the morning. Bit of an ungodly hour, yes, but let's see what's in here. Let's go for a drive round. See if we've got any fancy pants trucks going on. There's not much of a queue, but I'm not going to get the truck washed because forecast's going to piss it down on the way home, so I like his stripes on the Kenworth on the right there. It's nice. Am I going the wrong way? This looks like I'm going the wrong... No, never mind. Yeah, it's only 22 minutes and 32 seconds away from where I unload here. So I may as well stay here. They've got everything here. They've got a barbers, they've got a cinema, they've got a huge great bar and different things going on. They really have. It's the Ducks Danglies. I've done just a separate video on Qubits. Have a look at it. It's really worth a look. It's a very brilliant place, and they have artistes on weekends and stuff like that. Not at the moment because of COVID, but they have done. Doesn't seem to be any fancy trucks going on. Free parking all weekend. There we go. There's the fancy pants down the bottom row. They must sit down here and wait until pole position. I've spotted the Peterbilt, that looks pretty. The one with the colour-coded bull bar. What are we thinking? Yeah, so I'll have to... that looks nice, doesn't it? I'll have to look bad in a good way, that is. I'm getting the hang of this trendy talk. Apparently sick is good, which I find a bit weird, and there's another few things that are good. Bad is good, basically. So okay, I'm down with the jive now, you know. Now I'm hip and trendy. Apparently not. Yeah, I've got to leave here at say 2 o'clock. I ain't going to go super early because I've read the reviews and Johnny's been there, my buddy Johnny, and he says his review, he's going to take a few hours to get unloaded. I know they're like these kind of places, so you know it's to be expected. So I ain't going to rush down there, and there's no parking anyway outside. I googled it. What's the great thing of Google is, as I said before, Google where you're going, have a look, you know, work it out. It's easy done, you know. You can see everywhere now, can't you, on Google Maps? And there's always the reviews, like I always say, to have a look and work it out. Work it out for yourself. You can't go wrong. I'm not doing very well on this parking. Is that reserved or not? Reserved. We don't want to do all your reserved ones here, these yellow ones and stuff like that. You've got to pay for that. Pay for the privilege of parking there. We don't want to be paying, do we? There is the odd time I do have to pay in some of them, especially over East Coast and stuff like that. Which, you know, we get it back. So it's about $10 or something like that, I think. It's not too bad. And you can reserve them online for your pilots, your loves and things like that. So if you call up first and then give them a ring. Oh, there's a little trucking there. I was just about to back into that one, but there's a wee truck down there. No man, I'll feel better apart at the furthest part of the car park, and then that walk makes me feel as though I've done a bit of exercise, hasn't it? So yeah, up at 2 o'clock, get over there. It's no biggie, is it? I'll get there, get unloaded, and because I'm gonna wait and whatever, you wait about a bit, I'm just gonna sleep, guys. So you know, it's nothing too. What's happening there? No, that's what I want to be. It's not that bad, because I probably won't get out there till 6, 7 o'clock at the earliest or something like that. Then I might hang about, because I'm just going to hit all the bloody traffic anyway going through Seattle. Because I'm about, from home there, I'm going to be about 200 mile to Cedro. Line side reversing here, look at this. You can't see, can you? Never mind. Right, so that's it. I'm going to go over to the pub and get a wee bit of dinner. Hey all, I'm up at the farm, I'm up at Sumas, I'm up at Speedy Tyres. We've even got the bloody hat on, look at that. Justin, buddy here, is put me some new tyres on. Look at what we've got this time. We've been up and had a word with John, and we decided we're going to go with these bad boys and try these out. You know, I always complained about them highway tyres before, but I managed 2 winters. I managed to get through without only getting stuck once in a car park, really, but it was a bit nervy a lot of the time. These, I'm not sure if I've had these before. I don't think I have, actually, but they look good. I'm quite happy with those, I really am. So we'll see if the proof is in the pudding, as they say, and see what we can do with these. They got 200 out of those highway, 200 miles. There is some left in them and stuff like that. I don't know where they are, actually. So it is quite a bit less than the last lot I had, the Hancocks. I think I got 260 out of those, but 260, 270, but I did re-groove them, you know, so obviously that gave me an extra 20,000 or something like that before we took them off. We took the other ones off in time before they've gone too far, so we can use them on the trailer wherever they've gone. Justin, where did you put my tyres? Over there, thanks. So as you can, cheers bud. There we go, look, I've taken them off in time. If you start to leave them too long, you know, you aren't going to be able to use them on the trailer or anything like that. So they're pretty good, you know, we can get quite a bit left out of those on the trailer. And the weather's coming in now, as you can see, up in the hills, we're getting the snow coming down and what have you. I don't know if Speedy's truck's around the corner. I think I've shown you it before. No, he's out in it, it must be. He's odd cab over. Is it not hiding back there? No. So I say I'll get these on, then I'm going home. It's going into Freightliner to get those couple of little leaks done. So happy with them tyres, well chuffed with them. And then I'll be moving out on, when am I moving out? Friday. It is now Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. So I'll be going out then. She's looking good, and the weather's not brilliant. Like I say, it's warmish today, but on a night it's coming in really cold up here now. Wet and windy and blah. Catch you all later. I forgot to mention what they were. The Falcons are these, and not Hancock's Falcons, or did I mention they were Falcons? The Falcons anyway. I'll look into where they come from. I can't remember where they are now. Oh, they're American brand, because that's why I had on the other ones. They were the highway ones, the Falcons, but they are an American made tyre. So that's always good, isn't it? And you will notice when you if you change tyres and put some thicker ones in, these are quite a deep tread. You will get tread movement when you first get it on, so you put your foot down and it'll flex a lot. I find this does it on European trucks a lot more when you put them on. They will bed in, it's in axle movement and things like that, you'll feel them, they will bed in. It's just because of the high tread, they will slowly. It takes you about a week and they usually settle down. On your European truck you will find this more, because I've got twin drive on this, which is sat down all the time. On your European truck you've only got single drive, well, the majority of them are single drive, so like I say, you will feel it a lot more. Just get used to it. It isn't gonna stay there forever before you start ringing up and complaining to the tyre man or the fitter and saying something wrong with these tyres. There isn't, that's the way it is. So I'm just nipping back to the yard, hand my paperwork in, then I'm gonna fire down to home, chuck it into Freightliner. Wifey's going to come and pick me up. Here we are in the yard. Let me just show you quickly. The old man's truck is coming on now, coming on nicely. Lee's been doing a few bits to it. Lee's just built that new back end on it and stuff like that. Look how dirty it is. There's the International got LT. That's nice, isn't it? Enough said about that. That's it. Moving on from the International. Look, Lee built all that. You see all that back end there? Isn't that pretty cool going on? Let's just jump out. I can't start it because it won't start. I tried starting it earlier. The batteries are flat. So let's just have a quick look at it while we're here and show you what the progress is on the on John. The old man's truck. Look at this. This bloody good job he's done there, hasn't he? He welded all this, fabricated it all himself from scratch. I think he's done a fucking cracking job. I want one of them now. I ain't seen one to buy as good as that. That is a lovely job. It's a nice and thick job as well. No, see, a lot of the other ones I found, they were bouncing and they were horrible, they looked, and you know, they're pretty poo. He's going to finish these off and he's going to cut the plate down as well, the fifth wheel. That's the highway ones I had before, which is fine if you're running California. Look at them horns he's got. Oh my goodness. And them big old stacks. I think he should go with a bigger sun visor on the top. And there's going to be some more lights. He's got a shitload of lights now going on up there. Is that pretty or what? I'm not a big American cab over lover, but I think that's like Lee was telling me earlier, there's a few bits more he's got to catch up on and stuff like that. He's going to make some mirrors and different things and tidy it all up. Cool.